Thank you. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your boy, John Patrick, the dope ass dude, and thank you for tuning in tonight. Really excited about being here and everything that is going to go down because we have a great show planned for you guys. So, first, before we get started, make sure you go and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And then also, if you are not following the dope ass dude on TikTok and on Instagram, make sure you go out and follow us on the podcast. I mean, on TikTok and Instagram. So I'm really excited about these guys here tonight, and they're going to take me a little bit out of my comfort zone because this is going to kind of like be a free show that we're just going to be talking here tonight. So, hey, they're going to take me out of my comfort zone, but I am so excited about them being here. And if you are not in the chat already, go out and get in the chat and let's start talking because we definitely want to hear what you guys have to say because we want your feedback tonight. So we're going to go ahead and bring these guys on out. Oh, and before we get started, many of you don't know this here. If you follow the dope ass dude on Instagram and on TikTok for the next 10 weeks while the podcast is going, I have given up sweets. So that is going to be something that you guys are going to see different personalities from me because I love sweets and I can't live without them. But for the next 10 weeks, I will be. And I won't be shaving my beard for the next 10 weeks too. So you're going to see a little transformation there too So, hey, look for it because I'm kind of excited to see how I look at the end of 10 weeks. So let's go ahead and bring these fellas out. Cerone, Serge, what's going on, fellas?
I'm doing good. How are y'all doing?
Doing good. Serge, we can't hear you, man. You got us on mute.
There we go.
Can you hear me?
Well, I can hear you now. I can hear you.
Hurting me.
Hey, don't worry about it, man. When I first came out, I was on mute and didn't know it. So, hey, there you go. But happy you guys on the show, man. So tell us a little bit about yourselves. Before we even get to the podcast, tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. Well, I'll start. I'm Cerone. Here in North Carolina. By nature, my background, I'm Jamaican by birth. Currently in the U.S. military. I've been in the military for over 12 years now. Had a couple of deployments under my belt. This podcast that we're starting is just, two of us just come together and we're just going to have like two brothers just talking about everyday issues that we talk about. And now we just want the world to just come into our space and just chat with us and just get to know about, everything. And we just kick it off from there. Just two guys talking about everything.
Nice. And Cerone, you have like a journalism background as well, right? You have some experience with that as well, right?
Yeah. I graduated from Nova Southeastern University there in South Florida with my bachelor's in communication with an emphasis in media studies. And then just this past year, I graduated from Barry University, still right there in South Florida with my the master's in public administration. So I'm still in the field of journalism. Worked at a couple of print news organization, and I did an intern at NBC6 News there in South Florida.
Oh, wow. So let me ask you this here. So will we get a CNN influence perspective or a Fox News perspective? Because they're kind of like different,
You're going to get a CNN. You're going to get a CNN.
Oh, man, I'm Fox. I'm Fox.
NBC.
I'm not listening. I'm Fox, man. I'm Fox all day long. I'm Fox News, man.
Yeah, you're going to get a CNN. Definitely not Fox over here, for sure.
Okay. And what about you, sir? Tell us about you.
Let's see. Born and raised in North Carolina. What's going on in North Carolina? Moved to New York when I was maybe 10 or 11. You know what I'm saying? And so that's where I say I'm originally from New York, because, got that New York flavor. Moved all around the country, Minnesota, LA, Georgia, Virginia, been all over. Currently working at a Ivy League institution in the Northeast. And I'm just like chilling, ready to get this going.
Wow. And Serge, you have you post this on your Instagram page, the most handsome little boy ever.
Oh, yeah. I can't leave him out. It's my son, Isaiah. He's 6. Handful.
Wow.
If you hear
Wow.
something, like ignore it. If you hear something like ignore it.
So let's get to it, man. So straight talk. I mean, straight up real talk. So how did this come about? Like, what inspired this podcast?
All right, go ahead, Serge.
Well, John, you know this, right? So, you know, pretty much my friends always say, every time they was like, oh, they'll try and tell me a story and I already know it. So they're like, of course you already know the story. You keep up with everything, right? So they always say, why don't you like use it? And I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I'm too old, whatever the case may be, right? I know. But that's what I was telling myself, right? Too old to like start this now, right? And oddly enough, one day I was on Instagram and I saw your videos and I saw your podcast and I watched it and I was like, that's dope. I'm like, why can't I do that? Like, I can do that, right? And so then I was like, all right, so then I'm not going to do it by myself. And so the first person I thought of Cerone. He has a journalism degree. And so like he can give you like the serious news. I can give you like the entertainment, the sports, whatever the case may be. We can switch it up. So you get like the best of both worlds with us.
Wow.
And then Cerone, you can take over how I reach out to you.
It just came about because Serge came to me and gave me the idea about it, and I know I thought about it because I'm a very strategic thinker, and if I'm going to go into something, I'm going to go into it full force, and it came about because I do believe that there's an avenue for us that not a lot of people are doing, and I want to capitalize on this part where every day guys are talking about everyday things. And I want for our podcast, yes, we'll say what we want to say, but at the end of the day, it's going to be rooted in facts. We can still have our opinions on certain things, but we have to first lead with facts, and then everything else will branch off and do its thing. But facts is ultimately first. There's no fake here or nothing. Everything is going to be straight facts. So this is how it came about, and I'm really happy and enthusiastic about you having us on your show and just helping us, kicking us our podcast off. And I'm eternally grateful for your support. Okay.
Absolutely. And that leads into the next question, because I mean there are so many podcasts out there. I mean, so many podcasts, and it's like to the point now everyone is out there and it's like everyone is verbally vomiting